Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to be covering news topics that have happened over the past week or so for Kaspa. To begin, I do want to talk about this one first, and this is that Rusty Kaspa is now officially in open beta. I am going to make another video that is going to go a little bit deeper into Rusty Kaspa and explain what this is for Kaspa and why this is actually very significant. But you'll see why I had to put this first for the news topics before we get into the statistics. So to start off, the current supply of Kaspa is currently at 23.3 billion, and that is equivalent to about 81.31% mined. That puts the hash rate right now at about 211 petahashes, with our highest hash rate being 226 petahashes. The current price of Kaspa is currently sitting at 11.74 with the current volume of $121 million. That puts us at a market cap of $2.7 billion, with a ranking being number 42. The current block reward for Kaspa is 117. The next reward is going to be 110, and that's going to be in the next 21 days before we will get another block reduction. And when this next block reduction comes in May, I believe that will equal the 1 year halving that Kaspa has every single year, but it has a nice smooth reduction every month to equal one whole halving every single year. Now, what is new over here is this area where it says go, and this is because now there are some nodes that are mining Kaspa on Rust, and there's some nodes that are mining Kaspa on the old coding language called Golang. So there's still a lot that say Go, but you can see sometimes you see some Kaspa being mined with Rusty Kaspa node. So that means that they're using the Rust coding language on a Kaspa node. And we can also see now that there's a distinguishing between Rusty nodes and Go nodes that are currently running. Currently, we have 47 public Rusty nodes, while there's 258 Golang nodes still running right now. But the goal is to, of course, transition everyone over to Rust. If we're looking at the top addresses, there's not too much going on. We could just see a lot of green here, but in the past 24 hours as of recording this video, we lost about 14 dolphins, but in the last 30 days we've added about 776 dolphins. In the sharks category, about 52, and in the whales, about 3 in the last 30 days. We're looking at the top wallet addresses here. We can see MEXC has recently been buying a lot of Kaspa, it looks like, and building up their wallets again. This third wallet is, I believe, is KuCoin. They had lost a lot ever since KuCoin got into a little bit of trouble with the SEC, it looks like. A lot of people were withdrawing Kaspa from KuCoin, and they had to tap into this major wallet that they had that was close to 1 billion Kaspa, and now it's only sitting at 616 million. If we head over to Kaspalytics, we can see that in the last 3 months, there's about 58% of the supply has not been moved. All of these metrics has been on the rise recently of people not moving their Kaspa. So in the last 3 months, 58% has not moved at all. In the last 6 months, 37% almost has not moved at all. In the last year, this has been on a huge rise, and it's currently at 18.66% of Kaspa has not moved in the last year. And in the last 2 years, it's also on the rise, approaching close to 4% of all of the Kaspa has not moved in the last 2 years. We also got a new metric here, and this is the Rust migration, because before we can move over to 10 blocks per second, we need to move all the nodes over to Rust. And once they are all on Rust, which does not require a hard fork, then we could start working towards a hard fork to do 10 blocks per second. But so far, we are approaching 10% of all of the nodes running Rust, and this has recently been created about a week ago. So now, so far, it looks like it's taken a week just to get 10% of people using Rust nodes, and I'll be tracking this every time we do a news video. But once this gets as close as possible to 100% of all nodes running on Rust, then that means we're even closer to finally doing a hard fork to get 10 blocks per second on mainnet. This is one of the things I wanted to point out before we get into the other news topics is if you ever see Ice River EU, this is a fake account on Twitter. Please, by all means, don't get scammed. This is a fake Ice River account, and it's a scam website. If you do go to their website that they're supposedly selling Kaspa miners, this is not the correct Ice River account. The correct Ice River account is iceriver.io. It's not EU. So if you ever see this account on Twitter, just try to report it or something like that, because this is not the real Ice River account. Over the last week, Kaspa had an event in Hong Kong where they were able to build a booth and have a lot of people come and check out what is being done on Kaspa. And the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation here says, thanks to everyone who supported and joined us at the Kaspa Currency Hong Kong Web3 Festival event. While the event may be over, the precious memories will last forever. Can't wait to share our exciting recap video on the convention. The Kaspa Fan Meetup 1 is coming soon. Stay tuned. But Shai was there, and Shai also did present at the Kaspa meetup over there in Hong Kong. He had a presentation there where he talked about why Web3 matters for Kaspa, and you could check it out on YouTube. The links, of course, of all of these news topics will be down in the description, so you can go ahead and check them out yourself. Another thing that came out of this event is this very large Kaspa miner that hangs out on Twitter says here from a very reputable source, a lot of people from the Hong Kong Bitcoin Association were at the Kaspa meetup. Many of them have mined Bitcoin from when it was less than $1. It's rare to see them at non-Bitcoin related events. They believe in the tech behind Kaspa, and of course this looks like it's a rumor, but it comes from a very reputable source that supposedly wouldn't be giving false information. But I would not be surprised that the Hong Kong Bitcoin Association would be there, because I know for sure those people do care about the technologies, and Kaspa is just something that cannot be ignored when you're looking at the tech side of things. CEO of CoinPal. This user here, CoinPal, is a partnership that we have done with them with Kaspa, and CoinPal helps people integrate Kaspa for payments, and they're also backing the Kaspa Foundation. But the CEO recently said that KRC-20 is coming, and this is related to Kasplex, which is supposedly going to be a DEX to write inscriptions or to create tokens built on Kaspa. And you could see that they actually created a Twitter account now called Kasplex, and it says the first protocol for Kaspa ecosystem. You can also see that their website is currently in development, but again, just says the same thing that said on Twitter here. But we also got a little bit more information that Kasplex may be coming very soon. Rue Barbarian over here says it's possible from what I heard, and it will be beta soon. I don't know the tech, but feel free to ask Shai as well. We all met the team in Hong Kong. Shai also gave a little bit more information about Kasplex, saying Kasplex is a project funded by Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation to implement KRC-20. I have met the team for a pleasant session where they presented their work and we engaged in some me brainstorming. However, I or any of the core Rust devs and researchers are not involved in its development, so it's not my place to divulge in any details. The one thing I do feel comfortable to say is that you will not be disappointed. Also, Jonathan actually spoke a little bit about this and said, I chatted with the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation folks twice. They're very keen to support Kaspa R&D, particularly smart contracts. I'd be happy to work with them and similar organizations in the future, though I am not affiliated with them and I don't keep close track of their organization. And it is important to realize that the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation, Kasplex, KRC-20, these are things that are being built by other people and other developers, and not the core people that are building the core code for Kaspa or researching Kaspa specifically. These are outsiders that are so interested in the Kaspa technology and want to see it get adopted, are now wanting to build things on Kaspa, such as KRC-20 tokens and stuff like that. And the reason why this is actually extremely significant is if we are able to get tokens built on Kaspa, and I believe Casplex is not related specifically to smart contracts. We don't have enough information, but I did hear that we may get more information by the end of April from the Kaspa Foundation about how Casplex is going to work. But this looks like they have figured out a way to build tokens on Kaspa without doing a specific hard fork for smart contracts. And this is something else that would maybe be similar to inscriptions on Bitcoin or something like that, but it will allow for tokens and all that kind of stuff that people like to do in the smart contract world, supposedly. And this will be really great for Kaspa, as it will bring more use case and more usage on the network, so that we can start creating a little bit more fees that will then support miners in the future. One of the last news topics I want to cover real quick is just more adoption happening in Kaspa Africa. You could see that a hotel in Africa has officially accepted Kaspa for payment for transactions and a medium of exchange. And this is just a testament that Kaspa continues to get adopted no matter what. There are always people working in the background in different countries trying to get organizations and places to just adopt Kaspa, as we do want to see it become a type of payment system. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick video talking about some recent news events that are happening with Kaspa. And before we go, Kaspa Wallet from Tangem is still doing an exclusive branded Kaspa Tangem wallet design, and there's still 928 left. So if you are interested in picking these up, you can click the link down below and make sure you use the code Kaspa Silver at the checkout so you can get 10% off. And I do receive a commission if you use my code, and I greatly appreciate that because it does support the channel. But there's still 928 left, and these are a really nice design. I think these are better than the ones they made previously, but there's still a lot left. So if you haven't picked yours up, go ahead and check it out, and maybe consider getting yourself a exclusive Kaspa Tangem wallet. These should be starting to ship by the beginning of May, I believe. So it'll be a while until you'll get these, but you can at least pre-order them now and get them later. Thank you again so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, and as always, don't be average, be different.